What is up? Uh, internet. So, I'm driving home. When I get home, cut my phone off, stuff like that. I gotta hang out with my kids some. Ooh, get you a AFC hat. What are y'all doing? The white trash hero shirt. They're all clean. But real quick, I got a phone call. I sent an email over the weekend. I was a very smart mouthed in my response because I'm angry and passionate. I didn't cuss anyone, anything like that, but it was very, you know, it was not intended to be a polite response. It just wasn't. So, it was intended to be as smart ass and chest thumping and et cetera as possible. And that's what it was meant to be, and that's what it was. So that was over the weekend. I got a call today from John Parris, I believe is the correct pronunciation of the name. He informed me that I would not be fined, which is awesome. You know, I'm not paying any more fines. I won't pay anything else. Uh, but he told me I wasn't being fined even in writing or anything. So that's a big thing. He did call me. He didn't just text me. He called me from his personal cell phone number. So he took the time. He took the time to at least reach out. That's a plus. He asked me what my issues were that I wanted to see corrected. And honestly, there's not enough time on a phone call for that, so I'm going to send him an email when I get to my house. So then I'm going to cut my phone off. Um, I don't want to be mean because he wasn't rude. Kind of standoffish on both ends because I've been very mouthy, very vocal. He's walking into a situation that's, you know, regardless of what we think about everything, it's not necessarily his fault the way we feel about our athletic commission because, you know, he hasn't really played a part in that. Um, a few things that we discussed, he did ask that uh, he did ask me to show him some respect, and he said he would, look to do the same. That's good. Uh, and the way he worded it to me was he wanted to at least have the chance to do the job. Now, I don't hate that. I really don't. So now, if you look at Warren and Company, they run 10 to 15 boards, maybe more for the state. The way he's saying it, he only runs this one board, which will be the Alabama Athletic Commission, and its board of directors and things like that. Again, I'm not educated on all of this. I just deal with them. But from the way I understand it, that's what it is. He asked for the opportunity to do the job without us jumping down his neck. He said he was calling every promotion in the state to try to lay everything out and let everyone know that he wants the opportunity to do the job. That's great. That's wonderful. That is an excellent step in the right direction. I will not be near as rude while he attempts to do the job. I understand promoters are all scummy, and I've been allowed to do my job. Just because one group of people that worked the commission was scummy doesn't necessarily, although all signs point to it, does not necessarily mean that this guy is also going to be very scummy about everything. He did seem open to making changes where possible. He did seem open to helping us, to making the sport grow. He seems to understand that's what we want to do, and he seems to want to help do that. Now, at the same time, I know politicians are going to tell you exactly what you want to hear, especially if you have any kind of platform to get you into their good graces. That's how that works. I understand that. I'm going to give him. I'm not just going to keep running down his throat and stuff. I'm going to give him the opportunity to do the job and do the job right. He's not going to be. There's no way he gets to change anything by July 23rd. I'm still not going to be surprised if Warren and Company attempts to find some way to cancel my show July 23rd. If that happens, I will get a lawyer. Everyone, Everyone will get money back. We will have a large, large, large lawsuit on our hands. They're not going to be able to cancel it for lack of me doing my job or my wife doing her job or the fighters or the coaches doing their job. We're going to do our job 150%. And I still get mic time July 23rd, and I'm still going to speak my mind on July 23rd. We're definitely going to hold him accountable. I'm going to send him a list of everything that I think could be better in our state of complaints that I've seen and stuff like that. From what I gathered from the conversation on a more, this is still important, whether we let him, whether we're nice to the guy or not. The fact still remains that I don't believe that he had to put in for bid to get the job. I believe, almost beyond a shadow of a doubt, that he was appointed, as I understand it, by a group of people that have nothing to do with this sport, nothing to do with us, care almost nothing about us. From what I can tell, he was appointed and did not go the bid process. Now, legally, as far as I'm aware, the bid process is the job goes up for bid and someone has to bid on it. You have to have you have to have so much capability of doing the job, as far as I can tell. If he did not bid on the job and other people didn't have the opportunity to bid on the job, that is illegal in the state, as far as I can tell. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm reaching for straws. I could be entirely wrong. I greatly appreciated the phone call. The olive branch was at least extended. Hey, let's try. And that's much more than we've had in the past. So even if, say, okay, so technically speaking, even if he didn't bid on the job, but he does a great job at letting us do our job, I'm all for as little government as possible. I just want to be able to work. I want to be able to do my life's work that I believe God put me here to do. That is my right as an American citizen, as long as it's not something that is illegal, such as drugs or trafficking or anything like that. I'm allowed in the United States of America. Three things really: life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Fighting, being a part of mixed martial arts, is part of my pursuit of happiness. That's an inalienable right. That's a right that I am given no matter what, short of going to prison for something insane. And if they're going to keep doing that, we're going to go about as big into the legal system as we can get, because that's just how it has to be. Something has to be done. Something has to go. As long as we're doing our part, handling stuff, taking care of our athletes, paying people, getting our insurance, all this stuff done that we legally have to do, as long as we're doing that, we should be left almost alone, almost entirely alone. Now, you can't be left alone. It's illegal legalities. I understand that, but whether or not these people breathe down my neck, if they stop breathing down my neck tomorrow, I would still have insurance on my shows. I would still have an ice venue. I would still have medical personnel on site. I would do all of that basic stuff. I don't need someone breathing down my neck to tell me to be a good person and do what's right. Me personally as a person, I've paid $6,000 out of pocket for a person's knee surgery, for a fighter's knee surgery, legally, because of when the person's knee was injured. I'm not putting people's names out there; it's no one's business. But legally, because of when that person's knee was injured, I had no legal cause, no legal responsibility to pay for that knee surgery. I didn't. It was $6,000. Me and that person do good business together, so I did. I gave him my word that I would do it, and I did it. There's another athlete that went to the emergency room, and we tell everyone almost always, you can't go to the emergency room unless it's like a life-threatening situation. That's just what it is. If you're going to the emergency room, you need to be life or death, and that's with almost any insurance in the world. You know what I mean? Insurance is a really scummy business. Almost as bad as fight promotion is. There's scumbags in it. They're not going to want to pay something like you can't go to the emergency room for like a busted nose. You know what I mean? There's another athlete that went to the emergency room, was pretty beat up. They're having to pay like $3,000 to $4,000 out of pocket. Legally, I have no requirement to do that, but I don't have to pay it. Legally, I don't. Because we tell everyone, don't go to the emergency room unless it's life or death. Legally, I don't have to pay that. But because I'm not a scumbag, a worthless, scummy person, to me, I just can't. And now I'm not just paying $4,000. That's coming out of payments out of my bank. That's like I'm just not scummy enough to let that person eat that. I'm not scummy enough to do it. I don't need people breathing down my neck to make me not be scummy. I don't need that. I'm not scummy enough to be a promoter. I'm not scummy enough in the grand scheme of things to be a promoter. I'm not a Don King. I don't even think I don't, Dana White and them, they're paying everything, but like you see some of the stuff going on, I just don't think I'm scummy. Jeff Powell said it. Jeff Powell said all the time, he said, Sam, you're not scumbaggy enough to be a promoter. And that's the nicest thing that anyone's ever said about me. And I do my best is all I can do. I don't need them breathing down my neck, telling me how to live, telling me how to treat people as fair as I can. I need them to cut out some of that damn money they're taking from me because, my God, my budget for Rainsville, Alabama, July 23rd is $12,745. $12,745. That's not me paying the pros. That's not the 20% cut for the athletes selling tickets. That's bare bones. That's what it cost me to do it. $12,745. That's bare bones. That's across the freaking board, man. That's as cheap as I can do it. Okay? That doesn't give me room to pay my people extra. That doesn't give me room to pay anyone extra. That's the cut off. That's it. That's it. So they're just taking so much money. But I get so fired up about all of it, man. But I really do believe God put me here to do this. Uh I think as far as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, this is a big part of my happiness. This is a big part of who I am as a person. I've put in enough work. I've been crapped on by enough people. I've done my fair of crapping too, but it blow y'all's minds, the people that's done me dirty. That's neither here nor there. And I'm still doing it. I've still done my part. I've done the best that I can. I've done the very, very best that I can with the very, very little amount of money and setup that I have. The only sponsor we have for July 23rd is at this time Barnett Construction. Thad and Amanda Barnett, great people. They're covering the cost of the venue. Really, really amazing people. They built this beautiful deck out here. Look at this deck. Hang on, check this out. They built this deck. Look at this. Let's see what goes on here. Well, we're not quite in the future yet. They're excellent at construction, any kind of construction you need. They built my front deck and my back steps. That way I have something to get in and out of my house. I'm having to get a roof put on the place because it's just busted. They're putting me a roof on my place. Really, really great people. Give them a shout. Super, super humble, super nice people. Definitely more than worthy of your money. July 23rd is going to be an epic show. That's all we do. That's all we do. We don't have as much money as some people. We don't have as many connections as some people, etc., etc., etc. We have a bigger crowd than every show I've been to in the Southeast. Respectfully said. Respectfully said. There's so many shows in the Southeast that have helped me along the way and that I respect dearly, but there is not a crowd in the Southeast like the AFC crowd. They are an insane, loud, rowdy, rambunctious, fun, respectful group of people. And whether you're live at the shows or on pay-per-view, we love you and appreciate the support that we've had. I cannot put that into words enough. If you shared around that the thing we all signed, I can't remember what it's called. Thank you so much. I think things are either going to get better, or they're not. I'm gonna do what I can. The way that guy said, he said he wanted me to do shows after this year. And that's a good step in the right direction. That's a big step from we don't care whether you quit because we're tired of it. We're lazy. That's a big step up in my book. And so if we can stick with it just a little bit, man. We could really use some sponsors on board for July 23rd. I've got a little bit of time to get some decals and stuff made, but you're running out of time. If you just want to help, man, I'd really appreciate the help. I really, really would. Fighter tickets are selling. I see you guys. We got out of state people selling $800,000, $2,000 worth of tickets online. So, man, keep it up, man. Y'all coming out of state to support your fighters, you know what I mean? Thank you so much. Those of you here at home that are going to come out and support the folks, you know, thank you. If you're just coming just to see somebody fight, man, thank you. This is my life's work. There's nothing on this planet that I care about more than building the sport in my state besides my family, and that directly affects my family. If you're supporting the show, if you're here for the ride, if you're supporting the cause, man, thank you so much. I've been thinking about it a little bit, and technically we are politicking. We do have a platform. We have multiple platforms. We've got more platforms. I speak better than most, and I'm ready to do work. I'm ready to see some change in our state for the little guy because I've been crapped on enough by the big guy that I'm kind of tired of it. I'm tired of begging for help. I'm going to do stuff myself. I'm going to have my friends that help me, and we're going to make some stuff happen for us little people. That's just what it is. Look forward to seeing y'all July 23rd. That's a promoter from promoter in the state, man. We trying to get some phone calls going, seeing what's going on. But look forward to seeing everybody July 23rd. Get them tickets, get that pay-per-view. This is going to be wild. It's going to be insane. It's going to be such a fun time. I'm looking forward to the after party with everybody. We're going to have a little bit of fun. I really, really appreciate y'all. I'm excited to see what we can do together as a group of people, what we can do, what the little guy can do. I wasn't cool in school. I ain't cool now. You know what I mean? But I'm tired of begging for help and not getting it. We're all going to get ours. The people that have been working and wanting to come up, we're going to get it. I'm with y'all. I'm one of y'all. That's just what I am. That's just what it is. Let's get it, man. I love you folks. Y'all have a good evening.